Well, it's my first video of 2024, and we're going to start it off with an electric scooter from Isinwheel, the S10 Plus 750 watt electric scooter. Welcome back. I'm Tony. My Christmas and New Year's couldn't have been better, and I hope yours was too, and I wish you a happy and prosperous 2024. Now, if y'all watch this channel, you know that I love my PEVs, my personal electric vehicles, whether it's an electric skateboard, which does tend to be my favorite, or an electric bike or an electric scooter. This stuff is great. It allows me to commute, to get around, and to have fun while I'm doing it. Not to mention, I save all that money on gas. So shortly after Black Friday, I did review their GT2, which is, it's a wonderful scooter. Isinwheel does a good job with their products. The V8 electric skateboard, they have bikes and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, today we're focusing on this scooter, which is different from the GT2, which I would kind of put it in a little bit different class, like a more robust class of electric scooter. I wouldn't say they're fundamentally different, but you'll see the differences. So this scooter on their website right now is listed for $449.99. You're saving 35% off. If you look on Amazon, because they do have an Amazon store as well, it's listed at $599, and they do have a coupon that you can apply for $150 off. So basically the same thing. Now, I will tell you that shipping on these things is super fast. It comes from California. I think it was Ontario, California. And it only took like 3 or 4 days for this to get to me. They list on here 2 to 5 business days delivery, UPS/FedEx. And they have a 30-day return policy and a 1-year warranty service on this. Like I said, 750 watt motor capacity, 31 miles max range. I don't know if you're going to get 31 miles max range on this. And I just want you to remember, when they test electric scooters, bikes, and skateboards, they're usually testing them with a 165-pound rider on flat terrain, so there's no hills or anything like that, no wind. So in other words, perfect conditions. You might get 31 miles out of this. I weigh 195. I don't think I'm going to get 31 miles range off of this. I have ridden it between 10 and 15 miles, and I've still got a couple bars left on my battery. So they list 21 mile per hour speed, which you'll see when we do the ride and talk. Has a 42 volt, 15 AH battery capacity. 5 to 7 hours charging time. I'm gonna put it a little closer to 7, at least in my experience. 330 pounds max load. Again, grain of salt, yeah, maybe the frame can handle 330, but again, at 195, when we're going up, you'll see, when we're going up hills and stuff, it does start to lag. But then again, the hills that I'm going up in the ride and talk, a little bit steeper than 20% grade, which is what they're claiming. But 330 pounds, maybe 250, you could ride it and have it perform as it's supposed to. And in this graphic, it does show you 20% hill grade, so I might have been pushing it a little bit more when we do the ride and talk. And it does have 10-inch pneumatic tires. Now, these are self-healing tires, as you see on the website, equipped with 10-inch tubeless tires with a unique self-healing function, providing an ultimate road gripping capacity and minimizing any risk of tire punctures in any road condition. It has front dual suspension on it, 750 watt brushless motor, bright headlight and turn signals. Now, this is something at least I haven't seen on any of the scooters that I've tested so far. It actually has turn signals on the grips and on the back. And they also have an app that's available on the App Store and Google Play. I'll give you a quick little example of that later on. And a 3-step folding design. What that means is there's actually an extra latch on this, which you'll see when we get putting this thing together. The deck is 6.5 inches wide, which is wider than a lot of them, and it's got like a rubber mat on top of it, which, even though I live where there's a lot of sand and stuff, no problem at all. As you can see in this picture, the sand just kind of, it doesn't bother at all. All right, so now that we've looked at the specs and stuff, I will put a link down in the description to their official website as well as their Amazon listing. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, so I'm not worried about which one you buy it from. So let's go ahead and do a lightning unboxing and assembly. It's only like 2 minutes long. Then we'll take it out a couple times for some ride and talk and come back and wrap all this up. All right, so first ride on this, gonna hold down that button till it turns on. Let's see what gear we're in right now. Oh, that's the headlight. And that's medium. That's high. That's walk. All right, so on walk, I can actually just hit the accelerator and walk along with it, and it does just fine. So if you're, I don't know, going up a hill or something like that, you don't have to push it. It'll kind of just pull you along. So we're going to start off in the lowest gear. Let's go up one, because that was walk. Hey, that is not too bad for the first gear. 10 miles per hour. All right, well, let's hit this again. Now we're in the second gear. A little bit more pickup to it. $15 miles per hour. The brakes on this might need to be bedded a little bit. What's interesting is that you see we have two brakes here, all right? Let's go around here to the front. So we have two different brakes here. We have this one, which has a brake cable, and then this one, which does not. So I'm guessing that that one, so the first one is for the front, and the second one is an electric brake for the back. Although I don't feel any resistance on that. Interesting. Maybe that only works when you're actually running. So let's go ahead and bring this up to the highest speed. Okay. Ooh, all right. Quite a bit more takeoff on that one. Oh, that back brake actually does work. Okay, so the back brake only works when you're actually moving. At least that's the way that I am determining that. All right, let's see how fast we can get on this speed. It's really, really comfortable to ride. So I can feel that suspension, and the handle grips are, I don't know, next level when it comes to this type of scooter in this category. Oh, wow. That suspension is surprisingly good going over a speed bump. Starting off on kind of a little bit of a hill right here. We're in the highest speed. A little bit of a slow takeoff, but once it gets going, it gets going. Nice. I'm gonna go over here and try this hill out. And on that highest speed, I can get up to 19 miles per hour. And I did have a little bit of wind blowing on me in both directions. Okay. I'm gonna go down here. Turns around real nicely, and the front wheel tends to want to snap back to the center. All right, so we're going to start off. This hill right here is a pretty steep grade. I mean, it's at least 30% when you get up to the top, maybe 20 in the middle. So let's see. All right. Again, a little bit of a slow takeoff. Let's see if we can pick up speed. It's still pretty cold out here, so sorry if my jacket is getting away the camera. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the more extreme hills that I can test it on. It made it up there, but I was full throttle and was struggling a little bit. Okay, after a couple of days of riding this, the weather is pretty crappy. I mean, it's pretty cold and windy. I live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but you know, you still can't resist the beach, and that's where we're at right now. This surface that I'm about to ride over, we have a lot of this out here, and well, it's questionable as to how most scooters can do it, but this does have suspension and air-filled wheels, so let's just give it a try. And dude, I gotta tell you, that is surprisingly smooth. My voice is not all jacked up. Well, a little bit. That's nice. Let's see if we can make this turn here without, oh yeah, oh we did, nice. Okay. Something you want to do is watch your head when you're around overhangs like that riding one of these. But oh man. Gotta get me some riding gloves to wear My hands is cold out here today, but then again, this is the ultimate goal right here, and it is beautiful. You know, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this. The motor could be a little bit stronger for my taste, because hills, I still kind of get a little bit of a crawl at the top of a hill type of situation. But ultimately, it's very comfortable to ride. The stuff that's on it is really good, including these grips, man. It's, you know, we've got signals in the grips and everything else. I don't know, I like it quite a bit. Something else that I want to mention, this brake over here, the one that's on the right, that is an electric brake. When you're not moving, it does nothing. Using this one over here works, but it's very gentle. If you use both of them, well, then you're gonna get a good quick stop. So I pretty much ride it on the high speed all the time. And we're gonna hit it with this hill at high speed. I got a little bit of a run at it. This is a longer hill, and it's pretty steep. So let's just see how it does. Now we're struggling. Now this is where something like that walk mode might come in handy. I'm just gonna see if I can make it all the way to the top. But if you had to, you could get off of this thing and put it into walk mode and then just kind of walk alongside it. It got me to the top. I mean, you know. All right, I want to show you the suspension on this thing. That definitely works, so that's nice. So that's it, the Isinwheel, or is it Isinwheel? Either way, it's Isinwheel S10 Plus. It's a 750 watt electric scooter. A few thoughts on this. The speeds on this thing are just about right for this class of scooter. You know, I mean, they say 21 miles per hour. Maybe if I weighed 165 pounds, I could get that, but I weigh 195. I got up to 19 miles per hour, which is pretty fast on a small scooter like this. And maybe that's the point I was trying to make earlier, the class of scooter. There's the larger scooters, there's the medium scooters, and then the kid scooters. This is just, it's just a different class than say the GT2 or Ultron, you know, that kind of stuff. The tubeless tires are pretty cool. I will tell you that you'll want to have a little extender for the valve on the back tire, because it doesn't stick out very far, and you know, the motor's back there and stuff, so you need to put an adapter on there before you can put something on to pump it up. Other than that, tubeless tires that are self-healing, that's a good deal right there. And they're very, very comfortable. Not every electric scooter has an app. This one does. It does let you lock the scooter with the app. That way you can lock it completely. If somebody comes and tries to use it, they can't until it's unlocked with the app. The ability to turn cruise control on and off. I personally like to keep cruise control off. The way that they work is that once you've been holding the accelerator or the throttle for 10 seconds or whatever, it kicks in. It turns off if you hit the accelerator again or the brake. Either way, I don't like it. I don't want it on there. I'll control my own speed. So use the app to turn it off. You can record your rides with it. You can change the start mode so you don't need a kick push to start, AKA zero start, and some other tweaks that you can do with the app. All in all, this is a nice little scooter. I guess the best thing for you to do would be to kind of look at your price range and start looking at the different features. Now, in this price range and in this class, you're usually not going to find the turn signals. Nice big display that's on this. Sometimes they're just little tiny displays. There's a lot of little, suspension. That's kind of a big deal. Under $500 with suspension, that's hard to find. And the suspension actually works on this. Some say they have suspension, and it's just like, okay, well, I can't tell that it's there or not. For me, the only downside is going up hills at 195 pounds. It says 750 watt motor. You know, some bikes are only 800 watts and they don't have a problem getting me up a hill. Maybe it's the form factor or whatever, but to be fair, the hills that I was going on were definitely more than 20% grade. And in this class, that's one of the bigger motors that you're gonna get. So, you know, it is what it is. But the rest of the feature set and the comfort ride of this thing, listen, you can't go wrong. Not to mention the customer service. Isinwheel is very good with their customer service, and that is a huge plus. You know, you buy some scooter you've never heard of, and it breaks after your Amazon return date is over, and you can't get a hold of them. Well, that's a pretty big bummer. So Isinwheel is very good with that, and well, they've got offices in America, even though I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese company. So put all that together and decide if it's a good buy for you. Again, I'll have the links down in the description for both their official website as well as their Amazon listing. Well, it's 2024, and I just want to thank you so much. This channel's been around since 2013. It's been around for a long time, and of course, I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there is a red subscribe button down there and notification bell. You can click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. I also have a thanks button down there if you'd like to send a monetary thanks to the channel. Toss a couple bucks this way. I'm always grateful for that because it is not inexpensive to run these channels. Most of all, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your support. And that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.